So here I am drawing the Camberghini when all of a sudden... What? What?
Choice, he was down below 50% engine power and had to bring it on in. And if you got to land it someplace, Lakeshore Drive's better than landing it on the street.
So you've talked to the pilot already?
He's standing right by the aircraft. If you're looking at this now, he's standing here talking to police and fire. He's in great shape. He's just telling his story, and we're doing our paperwork on this. This was a Stillenbach alarm and a plan for an aircraft down, but it's not down. It's landed safely.
Where was he going, Larry?
That I don't know, but he didn't get there, but he's okay.
Okay, now, Larry, give us, we have this live picture that we're looking at right now. Traffic obviously stalled in both directions. Give us a little bit of the lay of the land in terms of traffic and what's going on with the first responders there.
We've got the area blocked, but we are allowing traffic through. Police department's on the scene, and they're directing traffic through on one lane. So the backup will start to thin out a bit, and we're talking to the pilot. We're going to get the apparatus out of the way, find a way to move this aircraft off of the actual drive so it can be tended to by whoever will respond, and get at least a couple more lanes opened up here.
Larry, our helicopter Chopper 7 HD has just arrived above you, so we're going to let our viewers get a better... This is the first look that we have of this aircraft, and Larry Langford down there with the Chicago Fire Department and the pilot who is standing next to him. Larry, is this appears to be the northbound lane, correct?
It is the southbound lane.
Okay, it's the southbound lane.
We're just about 3800 south, southbound lane, southbound side in the left lane near the parkway. Aircraft's in good shape. The tires and landing gear appears to be fine. He probably, if he didn't have an engine issue, could fly it out of here, but obviously it has a mechanical problem and will no doubt be flatbedded and towed out.
Well, yeah, we're looking at this aerial footage now, live picture of the airplane, and it does appear to be that he made a pretty good landing there. Now, Larry, how did you guys get word that this was happening? What was going through your mind that a plane was landing on Lakeshore Drive?
It first came in as a bus accident. That was the first 911 call, and then it was upgraded when someone said it's an aircraft, and they reported it as a Stillenbach alarm, which is our standard response for an aircraft down. Didn't know if it was landed or if it was crashed. Fortunately, as the units got on the scene, they saw it sitting on its own three wheels. The pilot was outside the craft, and everything looked pretty good and remains so.
Larry, Judy had mentioned to you, you've been doing this a long time, a member of public service for decades. This is something we've never seen. How do you remove a aircraft from the street? Yeah, from Lakeshore. How the heck are you going to get that thing out of there?
It's going to be put on a flatbed, and the insurance company will probably come and get it, but it will go on a flatbed and be taken probably, in the old days it would have gone over to Miggs, but now they're probably going to take it down to Midway. That would be my speculation.
Well, Larry, any estimation at this point how long this process is going to take?
Well, we're talking to the pilot. He's making his notifications. We're going to get the aircraft out of the street if we can. If we can get it into the parkway, then it'll be an eyesore. I mean, people will be looking at it. But it depends on how long it's going to take to get the recovery team here to flatbed it and get it out of here. It's going to be sitting here for a while.
It's a nice-looking plane, so commuters may not mind looking over. Obviously, it's going to affect the evening drive. So we can see it now from Chopper 7 HD. You had mentioned it may be a two-seater, but as far as you know, Larry, it was just one man in that aircraft?
Well, only one person we're talking to is the pilot. I don't know if he had a passenger next to him or not. He says it's a very light aircraft. Says it only weighs about 1,400 pounds, so it's not large as aircraft go. It's a Yurku, which I've never heard of, but apparently he knows how to land it when the engine starts going out. He's good, and he did a fine job.
Well, Larry, I believe we can almost see you in this picture that we're looking at from Chopper 7 HD. Thank you so much. But is there any way that possible that we can talk to the pilot? Is he right next to you?
We would not facilitate that. That's up to him. If you guys are here and he wants to talk to you, we'll direct him to you, but we wouldn't be able to do that now.
I appreciate
Judy, you have to ask. He didn't hit any other cars. I mean, at this hour, there are a lot of people. Traffic is a mess today, just all around the city with construction. But as far as you believe, no cars. Did they see? Have you talked to any commuters who saw this? He didn't hit anybody on the ground.
No, there are no passenger cars that are stopped after where he came down. The only cars that I see stopped on the side are University of Chicago, CPD, and CFD. It didn't hit anything. It's an amazing land. But I imagine if people saw this coming down, they may have tried to scurry out of the way. I know I would.
Yeah, I just cannot imagine seeing that plane coming down on Lakeshore Drive when you're driving at that speed. But Larry, so right now we are just sort of in a holding pattern then?
So to speak, no pun intended, but yes, we are. Holding to get somebody to come and remove this aircraft from Lakeshore Drive, which is going to take a little bit. I'll probably talk to the pilot again. If we can get a better idea of when it'll actually be cleared out, I'll let you know, and we can update the public.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Larry. We want to know where he was going, where he's coming from. A couple questions for him. I mean, he's got to be a skilled pilot. Did he tell you that? Has he flown this craft for some time?
I didn't get into that detailed in interview. I didn't want to get back into my reporter mode too much.
Well, why not? Yeah.
But I will be talking to him.
Larry Langford with the fire department. Always appreciate your efforts in getting online with us and then giving us the latest details of what is happening. We appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, take care. So again, right now we are. Goodbye, Larry. Yeah, Larry's got great humor too, and yes, and he used to be in the news business. So once again, we are looking at this live picture. If you are just joining us, we broke into programming because we had gotten word that an airplane had landed on Lakeshore Drive. Not something we hear about on a regular basis for certain. So we wanted to bring you this live picture and check in to see what was going on.
So you can see, so this was northbound, he said, so coming into the city from near 31st. So traffic is getting by there on the right-hand side of your screen. It looks like one
southbound.
lane.
Why do you keep messing
police
it
are
up?
letting
It's
people
southbound.
through. But this time of day, Judy, with so many people on the drive,
I am stunned.
how many things had to go right for this guy to safely land this thing?
To land, and on his wheels, on all of his wheels, we believe at this point we're talking about one single pilot who landed this aircraft. He apparently told investigators on the scene that he was losing power with his engine. He had no other choice at that point but this nice stretch of road of Lakeshore Drive, and he ended up bringing his airplane down right there, and that is the picture that you are looking at. No damage to the airplane that we can tell.
No.
Again, no damages to any cars on the road right now. Larry Langford with the fire department did say that, of course, traffic in the area is backed up quite a bit because they have to make their way around this aircraft.
It's going to take some time. So if you're tuning into Jeopardy, our apologies. We've preempted that to break in with this special report that this aircraft safely landed, according to the Chicago Fire Department, on Lakeshore Drive, as you were mentioning. The pilot has told the fire department he had about 50% power loss, so he had some concern that he needed to get this aircraft down, they say, and managed to do so. We believe he was the only person on board, although Larry did say it's a two-seater, so there may have been another passenger. But we can tell you this aircraft landed on Lakeshore Drive a short time ago, and no one is hurt, and it doesn't look like he hit anything but the pavement.
All right, and this is right around 31st Street, we believe. Once again, I'm trying to put myself in the mind of some of the drivers.
Surely someone has video on,
yeah,
right?
Who are seeing this plane coming down and jumping online to call 911.
Okay, yeah, this is the Chicago Fire Department quickly releasing this photograph from the ground. So there you can see the propeller looks intact, and as he said, all the tires too. This is just a weird one.
Okay, so we do have a crew on the ground there as well, gathering all the latest information. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to chat with the pilot to see exactly what happened here. But we're going to wrap up right here and bring
back
you
to
the
Jeopardy.
latest.
Enjoy Jeopardy, Final Jeopardy. We'll see you right after.
Okay.